Hi there, I'm Amy Chung, and today we have a fun holiday treat that we're going to make together. Peppermint marshmallows. They're fun, easy, and allergy friendly, so I hope you enjoy. Before you get started, it's always very important when working with hot sugar to have all of your mise en place or ingredients ready to go, pre-measured. So I have here water, gelatin, some sugar, and some flavorings that we will be using in our recipe. I also have a spatula and my prepared pan ready to go. In my bowl that is for my mixer, I have half a cup of cold water. I'm going to add 3 packets of gelatin. You can get that at any grocery store. No need to get any kind of like fancy special gelatin. We're just going to put it in the bowl and give it a little stir just to dissolve all of that gelatin. So we're gonna put this over here on our mixer so that we are all ready when our sugar syrup is done. So while our gelatin is blooming, we are going to make our sugar syrup. And that's basically all there is to marshmallows, sugar and gelatin. So I have 2 cups of sugar. I'm gonna add that to my bowl, or to my pot. I have 1 cup of agave. You can also use corn syrup. I prefer not to use corn syrup, but traditional marshmallows do use corn syrup, and you'll end up with a little bit of a brighter white rather than kind of an off-white marshmallow. And then I'm going to add a little bit of water just to help this all mix together nicely and we won't get any crystals because nobody wants a crunchy marshmallow. I'm just gonna give it a quick stir and then we will start heating it up. So at this point, we're going to dissolve all of our sugar together and get it to a boiling point of around 240 degrees, or it takes about 5 minutes once it starts to boil. You don't want to walk away from the stove because sugar can boil over and then you have a big sticky mess on your hands. So make sure you stay close by and keep an eye on your sugar. So at this point, you can see it's starting to foam. That means our sugar is almost totally dissolved. We want to turn down the heat so that it doesn't boil over. And then we will kind of wait for that foam to dissolve and let it cook at kind of a rolling boil for about 5 minutes. If you have a candy thermometer, feel free to use it and let it go until it gets to 240 degrees. If not, don't worry. It's just about a 5-minute boil at this point. So our sugar syrup has been about 5 minutes. It's right around 240 degrees. We're gonna turn on our mixer slow and slowly pour in our sugar syrup. Right, now once we have that in, we're gonna turn it up to a really high speed, the full speed, for about 10 to 12 minutes. And you really wanna get it like whipped up and light and fluffy, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I just turned this off. It's been about 10 minutes. You can see that it's like super fluffy, super glossy. And we are going to add our flavorings at this point. Since it's the holidays, I'm going to add a little bit of peppermint and a little hint of vanilla. So we've got 1 teaspoon of peppermint and half a teaspoon of vanilla that I'm gonna just like quickly incorporate. So now we have our flavorings all incorporated and we are going to get this into our pan. Right here I have a little quarter sheet pan. You can also use like a 9x9 baking pan, prepared with a little bit of parchment. And then I'm gonna do a quick dusting of powdered sugar just so that it doesn't stick. Then we're gonna take our spatula. As you can see, it's pretty sticky. I think I might have boiled my sugar a little bit too long, which is okay. It's always, you know, a little bit of a science experiment whenever you're cooking. So that's why my marshmallows are extra sticky, but they'll still taste delicious. So we've got our marshmallows in our pan. Basically, you can leave it as is like this and sprinkle just a little dusting of powdered sugar and let it sit for 2 hours at the minimum. I like to do it overnight. I think you get like a nice spongier marshmallow if you wait until the next day. Or if you want to, for the holidays, since they're peppermint flavor to do a little decoration like we did with these over here. You just take a little food coloring, kind of put some drops onto it, kind of randomly throughout, and take a little skewer and just kind of like play around with it like you're in art class and start, you know, making some swirl marks in there, drag it around, and then give it a quick little dust of powdered sugar. And you have your marshmallows. If they are a little bit sticky, which sometimes happens, you can go ahead and just put them into your powdered sugar and just kind of like roll them over, fluff them up. But they are squishy and delicious. Enjoy them with a cup of hot cocoa with some friends and enjoy. Merry Christmas.
Yay, marshmallows!